You know I do a lot of executive producer stuff, and always put someone that's like a family member or like your kids as far as like your executive producer. Not because it's cool, but God forbid if you die, no one else can get your money. By right, it goes to the next person in command.
Oh, that's why artists do that, huh?
Yeah, it goes, but it's not highlighted.
RapDillz Exclusive slide.
Pyro Lucain in the building. RapDillz HQ.
Yes, sir. At the #1 source of hip hop. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Finally made it on the official couch. Yes, sir. If y'all really remember, if y'all really been rocking with Dills, you remember the silver couch. You know what I'm saying? But
we actually did the first RapDillz exclusive with you though.
That's ill. I ain't even on some real.
I was just format, but
yeah,
that's what it was called, RapDillz Exclusive.
Niggas got real pillows now, B. Yeah.
Facts. For those who don't know, it's my blood cousin, Pyro. So you know, but we get treated like, you know.
It's real family over here. It's real family ties.
So y'all gotta learn a lot, man. What's good though? How you been? CT to Albany, Albany to CT.
You know how it go. You know, I'm just here, you know what I mean, checking in, you know what I'm saying, doing my thing. I mean, at RapDillz, you know what I mean? And also I just dropped the EP, Move Without Warning. That's my debut EP as an artist, you know what I'm saying, trying my hand at that. So go get that. It's everywhere, you know what I'm saying? About to have physical copies soon. So, you know, merch coming soon, you know.
Yes, sir. Well, let's get right into that. You just dropped the crazy EP,
Without
Warning.
Yeah.
And you dropped tons of projects in the past, but this one is different.
Yeah.
And it's different because you're the starring artist on it.
Yep.
Let's talk about that transition, putting this album out, making this album. What made you want to get behind the mic?
I feel like simply it was just time, because I feel like I was helping a lot of other people, you know what I'm saying, get to their dreams and all that. And, you know, and for ones who not even really been, but for the ones who really know me for real, like I kind of started out as, you know, quote unquote, as like a rapper before I really tried my hand at producing, when I found out I was better at that at the time. So, but I always said, however this producing stuff goes, I'm always gonna spin the block, you know what I'm saying, and really put it out there. So I was just trying to figure out a way to not look generic or sound generic, or I just wanted to give 100% me, and Move Without Warning is definitely 100% me. I didn't want to hide behind no other voices trying to tell what I was really trying to tell, my vision. So I just really gave y'all me, and I'm gonna keep giving it. So
Okay. Nah, that's definitely dope. We gotta get more into the album. Just keep it 100. Did it, or if it didn't, it's totally fine. Just keep it 100. Did the Kanye documents they have give you any inspiration into making this album, or want to definitely put this album out, being like the basis of the documentary?
Well, the funny part is that I was working on Icon during the creation. I was working on Move Without Warning during the creation of Icon. So this was already like a plan in my head, and then when the actual documentary came out, it actually kind of solidified my place on where I'm going. You know what I'm saying? It actually showed me, like, put it like this, like, all the footage that was on the actual Kanye footage isn't really new footage. They just put it all together with a mix of real unreleased footage.
Right.
So I will always see clips and see certain things, like, you know, him with Harlem World and all that. Like, we've seen all that. So the fact that it was a real narrative behind it, like, we got to see the narrative, it put everything together. And it actually pushed me, because it's like, I know there's people that's not really jacking what I'm doing. Like, I know that for a fact. Like, but it's gonna be so big, like, in a different realm, that it's like, wow, like, he's definitely onto something. I'm definitely getting that now, but I definitely see like the I don't want to say the hate, but like not really sold, but
like,
it's all right.
What I take from it is the belief. Like, nobody
exactly
can believe in him until he believed in himself.
And that's how I feel. Now, don't get me wrong.
And
like,
you are one of the top producers, so it's like they want you for your beats, but
you
gotta make them believe that they go want you for
exactly.
your bars.
That's how I feel too. But I'm not even really in the sense of really trying to be labeled as like a rapper. Like, you know what I'm saying? Even though I'm even though I'm rapping, yes, I'm doing that, but production is still the forefront because I'm actually using my voice as a tool for promotion to get my beats out there more. So like that was the real premise behind like Move Without Warning. Yes, it was fun. It was something different. I'm definitely using my brain besides trying to wait on other artists. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I was really crafted and using different skits, and that was all thought out. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that part of it is always fun, but knowing what I do it for, I want to get better production out there, and I feel like my production is actually one of the better pieces that could really flip things, but it really all takes belief. So until then, I'm just using my own until people get mad that I say I'm using all the hot beats.
Right. You always got some fire, but he got some fire.
Yeah, like yeah, exactly.
Let's talk about the name, Without Warning. Why'd you name it that?
Move Without Warning because it's like I feel like it's a lot of chatter when people drop a project and it does nothing. Like, you know what I'm saying? What I mean, it does nothing. It don't stick.
Plans.
Like, yeah, like I'm not even really concerned about the rollout, even though you should be, but at a certain level, it's just like the work has to show before you're deserving of the rollout being looked at as something. Right. So right now, it's like somebody would think of me as like, yeah, you have but nah, like I'm more so about the catalog and the work and the real like little pieces of quality work that's being put out there. So honestly, with all that being said, I'm just going for like the catalog right now, like to really build it up. So next year, so when y'all see me really outside, really doing more things, just know that work was already put. You know what I'm saying? I'm just catching up with the visuals now. So everything is just a plan. Like you gonna hear me, like it's more so you trying to find me. Okay. Like, you know what I'm saying? So like that's how I'm bringing it. And then Move Without Warning was just that, because you don't know what I'm gonna do. Because it's like, yeah, I may be producing, but damn, he just came out with an EP. And I didn't know about this. He wasn't making no, yeah, I'm about to come out and kill y'all niggas. That was the silence. Like Move Without Warning was the silence project. Like just to let people know, like I'm just not a dude who could just make beats. Like I'm not like, also too, like I'm not asking for y'all to rhyme off of anything no more. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm using my shit to let you know, like it could be used, but you're not doing it right. You know what I'm saying? Like I could give you the vision, just fuck with me. Till then, like niggas gonna get mad because I'm gonna be using all the hot beats. Like for real, but Move Without Warning was just my stamp of like my stamp of surprise. Like, oh, like, all right, he got something. Like, okay, let me keep my eye on him. Like, so
and that's fire. Let's talk about the cover.
Oh yeah! Shout out to my little
cover. Yeah, my bad, but
shout out to my little cuz I seen, you know what I'm saying, seen broken art, you know what I'm saying? He definitely killing it on the, you know what I'm saying, on the custom clothing tip, you know what I'm saying?
Tell him about the cover, how it even came about, like.
Also, shout out to Intel. Alright. So the cover, first of all, like, let me just bring it like this. I had a whole different fucking cover art idea. I didn't have the original cover, I just had an idea. It was something totally different from what you see now. So within the process of me trying to visually like trying to get the cover art done originally, I felt like I was doing too much. And also what I was talking about didn't actually match what I was gonna give cover art like visually. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it didn't match. So I was like, you know, like what am I gonna use? So a couple years, so I wanna say last year, I've either my auntie Dawn or Intel puts up like a home video of his birthday party. And it's obviously like with the cover, that's actually from a home video.
Still frame.
It's like that happened in real time, like with me having my own like boombox at his party. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's gangster. Like who does that? Like brings their own music to somebody else's party. Like, and on top of that, a scene, like for me, my cousin Scene, you know what I'm saying, just ripped me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, but like, so what I did was I just I want to say my mom saved it because she seen it, and I had her. I was like, yo, mom, can you send that still frame of me at Intel's party. She was like, all right, cool. So I took it and I actually made the cover art myself.
Oh, fire.
So like I was like, I just put the parental advisory joint and move without warning, and I like, you know, brighten it up, contrast, you know, all that stuff for y'all graphic designers out there. But you know what I'm saying? So I really made the cover, and when I made the cover, everything I talked about made sense.
Mm-hmm.
So that really put everything to cover, like that put everything together, like the cover. And I love that cover. Not even just off why I made it, but what it really represents. Because if you really know me for real, like, you know what I'm saying, you remember that little kid, like, you know what I'm saying, like, and you watch me now, like, oh man, like, he's just keep going. So who would have thought?
It's just like for those who don't know, this is like, a lot of people say they've been doing this or been into it. Like, just us growing up, I remember just having such a, like, the things we would bond on was straight music.
Yeah.
Like, I actually remember when you got like your first, I don't know if it was your first, but it was like a toy, but it was like a little studio.
Oh, I know what that was. Yo, check
And
this.
like-
Yo, check this out, right? So I had my own AM radio station out my crib. That's what you're talking about.
Yeah.
So, all right. So, you know, if you
had
ever
to set up like a studio
Yeah.
and all of that, like we was 10 type shit, like
forward thinking. So I'm like, yo, so it was this. I'm gonna get the name of it, get the picture and all that, and I'm gonna have him put it in. You know what I'm saying? Have it pop on the screen. But it was, if you ever been in like a radio station, they got like the mic, they got the mixing board and all that other stuff. So it was like a real like radio like toy console that you could actually like pick up yourself if you had a real radio, like a boom box. Pause. If you had a boom box, that shit you was able to pick up your own station on this toy. And on top of that, the middle of the toy had like a tape player, so you was able to have like your fake interviews and actually play music like a real radio.
That's a fact.
And other people was able to dial in.
Yeah.
So that I forgot. Yo, thanks, Dad, because he the one who bought me that toy. But yeah, bro, we would always bond on music.
From
like
that to when we used to bond on albums. Like, I remember us really locking in on the Saint Lunatics album.
Like, I forgot the name of that album.
We dissected that album so crazy, but we was like too young to be even thinking about
Yeah,
music.
like,
we was conversating about it.
It was different because it was like that was when we really paid attention. So it's like
Credits, all that.
Yeah,
Shout
so
out to
it's shout outs, like niggas will be like,
Busting
damn,
open.
like niggas be like, damn, niggas wrote a crazy long letter. How long did niggas write this? Like, you know what I'm saying? So
Right.
but it actually meant a lot because you got to know who was a part of the process.
Right.
Who was the engineer, who was the producer, who was the assistant. Matter of fact, where was this album recorded? Because that was the main thing for me. I'm like, I will always see like Quad Studios, such and such, New York. I'm like, yo.
Yeah.
Like, then I'll always hear about Quad Studios, Biggie and Pac, all that. So I'm like, so when I was able to go to Quad, I'm like, I see the plaques and I'm like, oh, okay.
Right.
This is where everything was made at.
Right.
So back then, I always kept in my mind like, yo, I'm gonna get to these studios. I'm gonna actually go to these labels one day. Like Def Jam, like on the old Def Jam on, I think, don't quote me, but on 56th Street, I used to always see that on like the back of the Rockefeller albums. Like, damn, like all these names be there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that was, you know what I'm saying? That was the thing that we lived for.
Facts.
And that's what's missing.
And like another reason for bringing that up is that you're kind of bringing that back. Like, you know how the game is missing. We're missing having the actual physical copy or vinyl and stuff like that. We're having a conversation, and like it's giving me understanding of why that's so important to you. Because back in the day when we used to bust open the CD covers, look through the pictures, the photo shoots, and us just having that's missing from hip hop right now.
For sure.
And like a part of your merch line is you actually releasing physical CDs and vinyls and stuff like that. So is that why you're doing that? Is that like partly why that's important to you to?
Yeah, because I actually want to last in the game. Like, I want to last. Because the streaming, like, I don't know how many artists get uploaded a day. It's an astronomical amount. I know that for a fact. And so to really, and also that's how you dial into your real fans. So it's like, and this is a gem. Like, when you get into the physical, aspect of it, you can get, you know, emails, like, you know what I'm saying? So you actually know these people that's buying your stuff.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You can have like an email list of 50 people.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? For like your vinyls and your tapes and your CDs and stuff like that. So it's more personable. So now that 50 turns into 100, you know how it go. The old saying goes, it doubles. You know what I'm saying? So it gives you, you're more intimate with the person that's spending that bag on you.
Okay.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So back then, that was the norm. Like, they didn't know who was buying the CDs for real. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's why they used to have like the fan club joints from back in the day where you could send in your stuff. They know they're like, you know what I mean? Some of the artists will write you personal letters like that, you know what I'm saying? So that aspect is gone. But with you, you know what I mean, controlling your own and really having that direct to consumer situation, you could really know people by name, sometimes face. Right. You know what I'm saying? You could, you know what I mean, you could like, you could make personal songs for them on their birthday type. There's so many things that you could keep like, oh my God, he just made it for like, for my birthday, da da da. Then it's like, oh, dang, like I just bought such and such album, but he don't even know I exist. Word. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's not their fault because they up here. But if you at a mid-level where you controlling your own and you know everything that's coming in and coming out and you got like somewhat of a good team, like whoever is buying into your music is always going to make sure that people is gonna buy into you along with them and make sure you stay up here. Okay. So that's why the physical aspect means more now, because it's a rarity and you could really engage with people that's buying from you. Smart. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I mean? Definitely the email blast is a key.
Wow, that's definitely some good advice for anybody that's
anybody.
Sauce and run with it.
Yeah.
Dope. So to touch on the album a little bit more, who's some of the people that featured on the album, and like
the only feature,
some of the highlight tracks that people should check out from it, other than taking in the whole album as they should?
The only features that I have is my bro GQ the Prince. Shout out to GQ the Prince. Shout out to he's on my Icon album. You know what I'm saying? He has a single called 2020 that's out. You know what I'm saying? When he means 2020, so it's about 2020 vision, not the year 2020. I'm gonna give y'all a little bit of heat on that. But that's out right now. Go get that. And also too, my bro Hoochie Man, he's actually the voice on the track called Fronted On. Like, you know, when he's doing like the live like radio interview joint. Yeah. I actually pulled up to bro crib. I brought the studio to his crib. You know what I'm saying? And I brought him to his element, you know what I'm saying, because he got this thing called Hoochie FM. So like it's like on some psychedelic 1970s, like, you know, Jive Turkey type of, like, it's, you know, it's more so bringing another influence, because me and G, you know what I'm saying, is big on 70s music and 70s movies. Okay. You know what I'm saying, due to the fact on like what we grew up on, like type shit. So we will always be like, yo, it'd be dope if we could have somebody do that. It just so happened our boy had like the illest voice for that. So that actually started on his first full-length album called The Catalog. So Hoochie FM was birthed on that, and that was just like a trend that we was doing for every project. Like that'll be like Hoochie FM is always incorporated somewhere along the line. Okay. So really GQ and Hoochie is the only two like features. Everything else was just me. I wanted to keep it like that because I didn't want to make it seem like, oh yeah, he's just, you know, like riding off they back, or he's just using them because he don't gotta work as hard. Like nah, like I gave you solid verses. Now it's your time to take from it and run with it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's dope, because you do have access to some of the biggest artists in the world that you could have hit up, that you did favors for in the past. You decided to go. Basically,
I treated myself like no one knew me, like no one knows me. Okay. With this artist side, I treated like no one knows me.
How does it feel? Because you spoke on catalog, you mentioned catalog.
Yeah.
How does it feel? Because usually you're the producer, so you get 50% of the record. Yeah. How does it feel to own 100% of each of those records now? Like,
it took me to rap. You know what I'm saying? To own 100%. But my own shit. But it feels good though, because it's like not only am I just writing I'm making the beat. I'm recording myself, and also too, I'm actually sending it to the big bro OB. OB, love you, bro. Like for real. Like he the one who got me right on Icon. He the one who got me right on this project, like mix and master, like all of that, like dropping gems on us when it comes to marketing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like getting our ass, like, you know what I'm saying? Like pause, like, you know what I'm saying? Like when we need it, like kicking our ass and all that.
Yep.
So like, you know what I mean? So he's definitely a big instrumental part of the career, just for all of us, me, GQ, you know what I'm saying? Gotti, you know what I'm saying? The whole wave, like, you know what I'm saying? Like he was there to give gems, and whoever took it, you know what I'm saying, stuck around, like, you know what I'm saying, but whoever, you know what I'm saying, but you know, go different paths and all that, but but me and G understood, like, you know what I mean, what it is to do certain things and be carried a certain way. And he's done a lot that nobody knows about, but you look him up, his resume and his catalog blows a lot of people out the water that you thought was big dog, like.
Okay.
So like, and he don't even talk about it. Like, it's in stone. You don't gotta talk about it. Like, you know what I mean? Fire. So I'm just trying to catch up to him.
That's fire.
Yeah, for real.
It's fire that you understand the importance of like mentorship and people that's been through things and learning from them.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, even on the catalog thing, is this something you could tell the fans, like even people that produce that rap, just even rappers. Not every rapper has to be a producer, but when it comes to this independent grind, owning 100% of your record in the long run could be lucrative and like a plus in a way, like so it's like should artists start learning kind of how to produce in a way so they can own more of their record, or it's like that's just an advantage that you have and producers that
I'm gonna say that's an advantage that I have, but I feel like, you know, artists should definitely learn like at least a little bit of like the technical side of things as well. Like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like artists should learn that, because it could be a situation where it's like where you want to record, but you can't get to the studio. Like, you know what I'm saying? At least like, you know, at least we got a little setup in your crib where you know how to like, you know, maneuver around Pro Tools and shit, and really just know how to record and learn how to zip up the file and send it to an engineer.
Right.
But what I will say is that there is more and more artists that's doing that now. They're actually getting hip to that.
Right. Yep.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So people, like, as far as an industry, like there's a lot of these albums that we listen to, that we consume, that was actually made out of their crib, that was made out of a hotel room. Right. Like, we don't know. It's all about the mix. But I feel like artists should learn the technical side, at least the basic side. So they could be more of a threat. Like, they don't gotta rely on the engineer like right there. Like, they could press play, record, and stop, fast forward, all that, and learn how to track it themselves. Like, so I feel like any artist who I work with, especially on the underground, I always preach them, get your own setup. Always. Right. I always preach them, get your own setup. Right. Cause that right there cuts out all of the money that you wasting in the stew. Not to try to take money out of people's pockets, but this is real. It's like, you know what I'm saying? It's an investment. There you go. Right. So, you know what I mean? So studio stuff is good, yes, but now it's more of an image now versus work. So artists should learn the technical side. Right.
They'll go buy a chain before they buy the studio.
Exactly. And that, yeah. Right. We're not gonna talk about it. Well, we are, but yeah.
Let's talk about the brand. Feel me? Underground Icon. How'd you build that? What's the meaning of it? And like, let's talk about it.
So Underground Icon consists of three people: myself, OB, and GQ. Okay. You know what I'm saying? All of us, you know, is, you know, likes and business partners when it comes to, you know, the brand. And really, Underground Icon, like, you know, I actually wish, you know, GQ was here because he's more philosophical and really breaking it down, like, you know what I'm saying? But as far as like Underground Icon is really just what it is, underground, and really just it really just being like a stand-up man, woman in the, you know, out here in this world, and really actually just playing influence, and also too scratch everything I said. Like, Underground Icon is basically like paying homage to ones that don't get the credit for everything that's going on. It's basically paying homage to the influencers.
Okay.
Like that's what, like, you know, Underground Icon is really like it's like a broad name of paying homage. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like Underground Icon is it's a broad perspective. And
so would you call it a label or
nah, it's
a brand?
It's a brand, but it's more so a real lifestyle.
Okay.
Because as far as like in the industry goes, it's like everything comes from something. Everything derives from something. And the actual creators don't get no credit. So Underground Icon is a hub of giving flowers. Well, you know, just like how Drink Champs is, but we really in the mud with it, really on the street with it. So it's like, you know what I mean, really in our community with it. So it's like we're really like giving credit to the pillars that had like some sort of influence when it comes to the rap game. Whether it be basketball, whether it be fashion, football, like anything that's innovative that started with whomever and wherever, Underground Icon is for you.
Okay.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's the real meaning. Like we're definitely, you know, dusting off all our goats. Like, you know what I'm saying? We really, you know what I mean, bringing them up.
Okay.
The ones who really put it down for ones as far as in the production, the camera world, like especially within the African American community. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like we really need to really uphold our real influences that really laid down the bricks, you know what I mean, for everything that we doing right now to take it to the next level.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So
I understand now. Okay. It's always been dope, eye-catching and stuff.
Yeah.
You just broke it down. That's fire.
Yeah.
That's fire. So somebody like, for example, maybe Dapper Dan in fashion, would he be considered an underground icon? For
sure, because to be honest with you, when Dap got raided, he went underground. Like that's how he stayed afloat. Like, you know what I mean, doing. He did a lot of Floyd Mayweather's early like boxing trunks. Like when he was first started, like, you know, turning pro, getting big. He did that. If you ever seen the what was that Diddy video? I think like the Get This Money video when they had like the black and white Fendi suits. He's the one who did that.
Right.
He's the one who did that.
Right.
Not a lot of people know that. But like he went underground for years and years.
Mainstream now.
Yeah, but he was always, but his name was still up. It was like he was a ghost. Nobody knew where he was.
Right.
But if you knew, you knew. Yep. Like if he was doing business with a mute, like obviously you knew where he was.
Definition of underground.
Exactly.
Right.
If you know, you know.
Yep.
Like the business never stopped. It's just you just gotta just go back. You know what I mean? Underground Railroad. Like,
right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. So it's like you gonna go through that until you break free.
Okay.
So, you know, but he still gets respected on the up and on the ground. So, you know, he's really an underground icon for real. Cause he gets respect in both markets. You know what I'm saying? And that's actually to add the underground icon, like where you get respect in both markets and still have your integrity.
Fire. Now you broke it down. Fire. Man, and let's just talk about some of the, like, just a few of them, cause it's thousands and thousands. Like the Davies placements, the countless of artists. Like, let's just talk about some of the placements that you had that really was like the reason you are where you are now as a producer that leaped your career, and how was those experiences? Like, let's name a few of them.
Honest?
Don't know.
Well, for those who don't know, if you have been knocking the Dave East track, Child of the Ghetto, I'm the one who produced it. That's me.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? And free G-Dep, shout out to G-Dep, you know what I'm saying? Because that's definitely like a classic song, like a classic underground song.
Oh.
Yeah, see? Yeah, that was a flip. So shout out, free G-Dep, shout out to G-Dep. You know what I'm saying? But that was really the one that opened people's eyes. Because it's like, once again, it's that mystique of like it's like, how do you get next to him? Like being from where we're from. Like people, you know what I mean, especially people like us in our profession do the most just to get like a head nod. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm in the studio with him. Like I have 5 other tracks with him. That was just one that caught.
Fire.
You know what I'm saying? So, but that's the game though. Like, you know what I mean? So I've been in the studio with him, like, you know, like a good amount of times, like, you know what I mean? So that was really the one that opened open people's eyes, and also most importantly, that's what made people like really take me serious.
Cause it went crazy.
Yeah,
it gave East a whole new sound.
It's still going crazy. Like it's still going crazy. So it's like I can't even shortchange that. But it's just like now that I did that, it's like now I could go back and do me now. Like you know what I'm saying? I feel like you know when I get those wins, those like my game winning moments. All I'm doing is just practice. Like you know what I'm saying? Just live practice.
Right.
The game. I'm good. Now I'm back to doing me. Like
fire. And
then after that was the Dizzy Wright shit.
Fire.
You know what I'm saying, with me, Montage, and Chris.
Dope.
And OB.
Dope.
So you know what I mean? So that actually opened, like, as far as like my market. You know what I'm saying? Because I was just on the East crazy, and then boom, I get hit with that. You know what I'm saying? So like the Dizzy Wright joint, that joint goes crazy. You know what I'm saying? But in his own market though. Like, you know what I'm saying? So my reach from east to west is already there.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just putting it all together with my own. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? Just letting them know that I'm really like a real threat out here. Not a little threat, but I'm a real threat out here.
And this catalog is just building and building, man.
Yeah.
What's some people that, you know, like bucket list people, not even just people that's hot now. Who's two people that you just really want to work with and you're gonna work with in the future?
Bucket list. Damn. Honestly, like, even though he's tearing it up with my guy Hit Boy, but Nas, I gotta give Nas one before he exit.
Ooh, that's the
I gotta give one, just one. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, my guy Hit got 2 albums and a Grammy, you know what I'm saying, off of it, you know what I'm saying, like, both of them together, like, you know what I mean? So, like, I just need one, like, even if it's like a co-production, like,
dope.
As long as I'm in the building, like, I'm there, like, I need one with Esco, like, I'm talking about, like, what's the song that I could think of, like, I Gave You Power off his It Was Written album. Like, give him a vibe like that, like, you know what I'm saying, like, you know what I mean, where he describing himself as a gun, like, like the beat was crazy, like, have him on that visual bag, like, like that's what I want to have him on, like, dope. For real.
Dope.
Like Nas.
That's it.
I gotta have one with Nas before he exit. However it fall, if the universe hear me, I know it hear me.
He ride to you like, let's go.
That's the face I want right there. That's what I want right there. But nah, Esco, I definitely gotta have one with Esco before he exit the game for real.
Dope, man.
Got to.
And let's talk about where you from, upstate. Feel me? You based out of CT, and that's your hometown too. But let's just talk about upstate and
good old.
How it makes you who you are.
Good old where I'm from.
Who you are.
Good old where I'm from. Yes, sir. So
let them know where you from in case they ain't even hear me yet.
In case you didn't know, now you know. It's your boy Pyro Lucain, and I'm originally from Albany, New York. You know what I'm saying? I left here and migrated over to New Haven, Connecticut when I was 14. So, you know, it was a bit tough because I was leaving my family, I was leaving my surroundings, but I feel like that actually helped me because now that I was so used to now being 2 hours away from the city, now I'm a train ride away.
Right, blessing. It was a blessing. Huh?
So it was, now that I'm older now, it's really more of a blessing than anything that that my moms and my pops, rest in peace, you know what I'm saying, really made that choice. So yeah, so I'm originally from Albany, New York, like upstate for real. But you know, my second crib is New Haven for sure. Like that's where I really honed my skills at. And you know what I'm saying, and I was able to really like give where I'm from to them and really show like a different side. So it all helped me. Like, you know what I'm saying, it was all balanced. That shit helped.
Dope.
Word up,
man.
Shit helped.
Shit. We could go on for hours and hours. It's just part one though, cause we gotta go deep on the next one, man.
Yeah, nah.
There's so much to go deep on with
That's
this
a
music
fact.
shit, like. And I'm just proud of you, cuz. Keep doing your thing.
Good looking, bro. I'm proud of you.
Let them know where to find the album. Let them know where to find you at.
Yo, like I said, it's your boy Pyro Lucain. It's Pyro Lucain on IG, Snapchat. If you type in Pyro Lucain, I'm everywhere. You can go get Move Without Warning on Apple Music, Spotify, Tidal, SoundCloud, along with Icon. Go get it. It's everywhere. RapDillz.
Yo, and I actually got one more thing, because, I always want to give them a jewel.
What's good?
Up and coming producers, what's something you could tell them when they just picked up the Fruity Loops, the MPC, whatever it is, and that first year they're making beats, they'll get discouraged because, like, nobody really want to rap on their beats, or this guy speaking to DOC about this as well. Like, how did y'all?
Yo, shout out to the bro DOC too.
Facts.
Woo, Platinum Boy.
Platinum
Boy. Shout out to the bro. Shout out to Montage. Shout out to Omar Green. He was on the Don Toliver album. Shout out to my bro. Shout out to, like I said, Montage, DOC. You know what I'm saying? I'm up next. You know what I'm saying? Platinum Boy up next. You know what I'm saying, boy? But shout out to all my Platinum, shout out to all my Platinum guys.
How did y'all get past that point of get through that process of, like, not getting discouraged and stopping? Because, like, at the moment you probably thought you had the dopest beats, but I'm sure you'll probably say at this point, like, oh shit, you see your growth and stuff like that. How did you keep that confidence, and what's something you could tell them to keep their confidence while they learning?
Even though this is cliche, it's all hell, bro, but it's true. You just gotta want it. Okay. Like, you gotta go back to why you picked up the computer anyway.
Right.
Do you want to be good at it, or do you just want to be fake good at it?
Okay.
Like, so it's all about, do you want it? Like, because you can have all the equipment in the world, and that one discouraging thing happens and you want to quit. It's like, nah, you don't want it. Like, but don't get me wrong, like, there's some times when I wanted to quit. Like, fuck that, I'm leaving shit alone. Like,
but
nah,
you wanted it. Is that what got you through it? The fact that you
but also too, me loving music and me not wanting to give it up.
Right.
Because I never wanted to be the guy of, like, oh yeah, he could have been something. But he just didn't have it. He had no heart. So you gotta have heart, and you gotta want it to really get good. That's the really only, because you can't buy no plugin or no keyboard or no MP that's gonna like just make you nice. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like, even though with me, like, I use the MP and I grab stuff off of records and stuff like that. There's still certain things that I want to get better on when it comes to just trying to find a sample or try to chop it better. Like, there's still certain things in my game, you know what I'm saying, that I definitely want to sharpen. So just because you get to a certain point, you
can't learn.
Like, exactly. That's so it's like so you gotta want it. Like, you really gotta want to get nice.
And you over 10 years veteran in this thing.
Yeah, and I still want to learn.
Y'all hear that? Y'all hear that?
Yeah, I still want to learn. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, also too, like, OB, like, he definitely taught me a lot. Like, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to the business, when it comes to certain things on, like, engineering, on how things should sound recording wise, like, like the basics of recording is always gonna get you through. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? So not doing all these tricks to skate around, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Do the overdubs, you know what I'm saying? Do the, you know what I mean? To accentuate what you got. Like, so he really broke down the fundamentals, and now that I'm on some recording artists, I see it, I get it now. So going back to the young producers, like, you gotta want it. You gotta look in the mirror, be like, do I want this for clout, or do I want to do something? You know what I'm saying? So,
man, that's super valuable.
Cause that's what's missing, like, the heart. We got everything else. We got the jewels. You know what I'm saying? We got the slick talk. We got the girls. We got the foreigns. We got the money. But niggas ain't got no heart. Niggas ain't got no heart.
Damn. Kind of want to end it off on that, but I do got another question.
Nah, you ain't down there. Nigga, we do this all day.
I ask everybody this, but I'm gonna switch it up for you because you're a producer.
Yeah.
Publishing deal or no publishing deal?
No publishing deal.
No publishing deal, no matter the bag.
No matter.
Let's break it down. Why?
Okay.
Like, feel me? They right now or for
let's be clear.
They want the masters for 100 million, Pyro. Why are you not taking that? And it's alright. That's a fake number, but like.
As far as,
so they know why you saying no publishing.
Okay. All right. Let's just say this. I never got offered a publishing deal, and I've never had one on the table. But there's stories out there, and there's producers that I know personally that had that, and it's really not what it is, because with the publishing deal, right? They say, oh, we're gonna get you in the studio with Drake. We're gonna get you in the studio with this person, but you end up meeting with their low-level writing team.
Right.
So there's basically like, that's not their main writing team. That's like if the main writers ain't really around, like this is who you with. You know what I'm saying? So technically speaking, you don't know that I just got signed. So we in there in the gauntlet together. So they basically promise you some shit. Yeah, they give you a bag, but once again, now you gotta make a certain amount of hits. Like, you know what I'm saying? And with these publishing deals, like, they actually guarantee you placements that you don't get. So it's like you stuck. You got the bag is gone. So now now you're in the worst position, like now versus when you wasn't in that, you know what I mean, in that publishing deal. So I say just grind it out and really just use like your face card, really get out there. And when I say get out there, that shit was that shit was hard for me too, because people always talk about me, but they didn't see me to the point where I felt like my name was fading. I had to get out there. And then I'm gonna bring it back to Move Without Warning. This is more now. It makes sense because I was prepping everything up for this now. So now it's like, all right, he is active. You know what I mean? So I really say all that to say, like, everything really just worked itself out. So without me not having to do that, you know what I'm saying? Because you got to keep up. So now with producers, to be honest, producers, we're a brand. You don't have to chase that. You don't have to chase the placements, because that's like, you know, I'm not saying that it can't happen. I'm not saying not go for it, but don't let that be your end all be all. You could release your own projects. You could release your own kits. You could offer mixing services. You could offer promo. Like, there's so many things from a production standpoint that you can do besides chasing after placements, because 10% of the rap game is really only dropping albums. You gotta think about how many rappers there are and break it down to the 10%, and you gotta think of how many producers are within that system that's already cemented that they go to, versus people that's on like the 1A level, meaning like they could get priority to, and there's all the rest of us. There's 1 and 1A, and there's the rest of us. So like the 1 and 1As already kind of they're actually fighting within each other, and now there's a whole bunch of randoms trying to get in. So where do you fall in? So you gotta take another way, especially with the money. We're not even getting into the aspect of that, but I say no publishing deal at all, because
catalog, passing it down, baby girl.
For sure. Because, and that's another thing too, artists, like, if you do, like, you know I do a lot of executive producer stuff, and always put someone that's like a family member or like your kids as far as like your executive producer. Not because it's cool, but God forbid if you die, no one else can get your money. By right, it goes to the next person in command.
Oh, that's why artists do that, huh?
Yeah, it goes, but it's not highlighted.
Oh, wow.
You know what I'm saying? So if I was to put my mom's, you know what I'm saying, like, God forbid, you know what I'm saying, she, you know, that go on record, that's the, you know what I'm saying, like, OB, like, when it came to Icon, like, he was one of the executive producers along with my daughter and myself. You know what I'm saying?
That's
so like,
sauce right there, man.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Sauce
So
right there,
like,
man.
so if anything happens, my shit's not up for limbo.
Wow.
Like, it's set up for her.
Oh, wow.
So with a lot of other things, but that's one of the main things.
A lot of jewels, man. A lot of jewels.
That's a fact.
This just part one, though.
Yeah, you got to cut this down a little bit,
It's just part
because I know this shit probably almost 2 hours and shit.
Nah,
I'm fucking
we
with you.
go all day. It don't
Nah,
matter.
I know.
We own the network. Feel me?
Yeah, that's
This
a
our
fact.
shit.
RapDillz, niggas got pillows now, baby. What niggas talking about?
Yo, shout out Pyro, man.
Yo, shout out to
man.
RapDillz, man, the #1 source of hip hop. Speaking about hip hop, you know what I mean,
Oh, dude.
dude, big choppers.